Hello guys, today I want to talk about kettlebells versus barbells. Both are great tools, but they serve different purposes. I'll go through the pros and cons of each and then explain why I personally choose the barbell. Kettlebells originally come from Russia, where they were used as weights in markets. Today they are mostly used for conditioning, mobility, and full body workouts. If you don't like running, kettlebells are a great way to get your heart rate up and train cardio. One big advantage of kettlebells is their versatility. You don't need much space. They're easy to use at home and they're great for short, intense workouts. Movements like swings, cleans, and snatches can really improve work capacity and coordination. Kettlebells do have limitations though. The biggest downside is progression. It's harder to increase the weight in small steps, so progressive overload is limited. Because of that, kettlebells are not ideal if your main goal is maximum strength. If your goal is lifting very heavy weights, kettlebells are simply not enough. They're a great tool, but they do have a ceiling when it comes to strength development. Barbells, on the other hand, are all about strength. They have been used for decades in powerlifting and weightlifting, and there is a reason for that. With a barbell, you can add weight gradually and track your progress very clearly. Big compound lifts like squats, deadlifts, bench press, and overhead press allow you to train many muscles at the same time and build real strength over the long term. With a barbell, you can also do conditioning or mobility-focused workouts, similar to kettlebells if you want. Of course, barbells aren't perfect either. They require more equipment and more space, and you usually need a gym or a proper setup at home. Good technique is also important to stay safe. So why do I choose the barbell? Because my main goal is strength. I like measurable progress. I like adding weight over time and focusing on the big lifts to build real strength. You simply can't build that kind of strength with kettlebells alone. Kettlebells are great for conditioning and variety, and I still use them sometimes. But for my goals, the barbell makes more sense. And I sincerely believe, based on what I know, the studies that exist, and the experts I've listened to, that everyone who cares about health and longevity should do strength training and build muscle, whether with kettlebells or barbells. It's your choice.